We heard from a Greensboro mother for the first time since police found her son dead in a pond. Good evening, I'm Chad Silber.
And I'm Sydney Moore. Police found Lae'Quan Little dead earlier this week, weeks after he went missing. The case has gotten a lot of scrutiny.
Yeah, WFMY News 2's Joseph Leonard heard his mother's frustration and the department's response.
On the early morning hours of New Year's Eve, Lae'Quan Little left a friend's party in his car and wasn't seen again. It took an agonizing 2 weeks for family to find out he drove into a retention pond. His mother told me tonight she's both upset it happened, but also upset with what happened afterward.
I never thought that this would happen. He would never not go and not call me. Like, he's going to call me, even if it's just to say, "Mom, I'm okay." Like, he's going to call me.
Those 2 weeks felt like an eternity for Tamika Little and her family. They searched tirelessly. Ring camera footage shows Lae'Quan's car driving over a sidewalk and onto the grass at a Greensboro apartment complex around 3 a.m. Little says she questions why the nearby retention pond wasn't prioritized in the search.
The detective told me that it was too shallow. He said that, they told him that they could bring a boat out here and put a stick in it and the stick would touch the bottom of the pond. My son's car couldn't be down there because it was only 4 feet deep. You didn't check. You didn't check.
That miscalculation upset the family and a lot of people online. In a statement, Greensboro Police Chief John Thompson responded, writing, "We recognize that questions have been raised and we are working to answer them. As with tragic incidents involving a death, we will review our department's processes and resources to ensure we are serving local families in the most effective ways possible." Lae'Quan and his car were in that pond for 13 days, just yards from Little's search efforts. 2 independent divers eventually found the car using sonar imaging. Little says the hardest part is knowing how close they were the whole time.
We came to this area like 6 or 7 times. Like, something just kept leading us back here. We kept coming back. That same exact pond we stood over for about an hour or 2 hours.
When investigators finally pulled Lae'Quan's car and his body from the pond, Little couldn't bring herself to watch.
I was already emotional because my son was laying on the ground. And I went and sat in my car. When they put the car on the flatbed and brought it in front of my car, I just looked at it, just rolled away.
The Madison Apartment Group owns the complex where Lae'Quan was found, and despite pushback from his family and friends, they say they worked well with police, letting them search the pond immediately.